In January 2025, sonar scans near the Arctic Circle picked up something strange. A large metallic object resting silently on the ocean floor, its structure oddly intact. Recovery crews were shocked. It was a submarine, believed lost during the Cold War, and it had no crew, no logbooks, no evidence of what happened. Just a ghost vessel rising from the deep, untouched for over 40 years. This is the true strange. It began as a routine expedition by a private Arctic research team scanning for ancient shipwrecks. Using deep-sea sonar and remotely operated vehicles, they detected a long, cylindrical shape off the coast of Greenland. It wasn't ice, rock, or anything naturally occurring. As the ROV cameras got closer, the outline became undeniable. It was a submarine. Not modern, not marked on any recent maps. Its hull bore the faded insignia of the Soviet Navy, a model not seen in decades. Initial reports claimed it was a Juliet-class sub, a diesel-electric model retired by the early 1990s. But something didn't add up. This sub wasn't rusted through like you'd expect from 4 decades underwater. The outer surface was coated in an unnatural black film, almost like a protective layer. And it wasn't resting like a wreck. It was upright, perfectly balanced. Naval historians quickly connected it to a real event. A Soviet submarine, K-129, had gone missing under mysterious circumstances in 1968. While that particular sub was believed to have been partially recovered in a covert CIA operation known as Project Azorian, a portion of the story was still classified. But some speculated this could be another sub, one that had never been publicly acknowledged. Several Cold War missions remained buried under layers of secrecy. Was this one of them? When authorities finally boarded the vessel weeks later, the mystery only deepened. The interior of the submarine was eerie. All crew stations were empty. No bodies, no blood, no signs of violence. Meals appeared to have been half-eaten, bunk beds unmade, and personal items still in place, like the crew had simply vanished. The sub's internal clock system was frozen at 4:17. That timestamp was printed across various logs, terminals, and even the engine room controls, as if something had abruptly stopped all systems at that exact moment. Even stranger, the air inside was breathable, no significant corrosion. Papers were dry, electronics largely undamaged. It was like time had slowed inside the hull, preserved in a way that defied physics. No crew manifests were found. The radio logs had been wiped. The mission objective, unknown. The world began to take notice. Online forums, conspiracy channels, even mainstream media weighed in. How did a Soviet submarine disappear without a trace and reappear half a century later in nearly pristine condition? Here were some of the leading theories. Time slip phenomenon. Some believe the submarine somehow passed through a rift in space-time, emerging decades later, untouched by the years. A Bermuda Triangle of the Arctic was quickly proposed online. Covert Black Project. Others suggest this was a top-secret Soviet experiment involving stealth or cloaking technology, and the crew was part of a mission that went horribly wrong, or was intentionally erased. Extraterrestrial interference. The lack of biological traces, the magnetic anomalies around the hull, and the precision of its resurfacing location led some to point to alien abduction or experimentation. Bioweapon disaster. A few experts suggested the crew may have been exposed to an experimental bioweapon or neuroagent that left no residue, but caused immediate mass disappearance or evacuation. But without evidence, these remain speculative and unsettling. As soon as the submarine was identified, Russian officials issued a statement denying any connection. They insisted no vessel matching that description was listed as missing from Soviet naval archives. When pressed, they dismissed the find as likely staged or misidentified. Meanwhile, American intelligence agencies have remained silent. A few independent reports suggest that private contractors have since secured the vessel and moved it to an undisclosed location. Satellite imagery of the region has been mysteriously blurred since late January 2025. Why the secrecy? If it's just an old wreck, why hide it? There's no denying that strange discoveries do emerge from our oceans. From unexplained sonar pings to ancient shipwrecks no one recalls losing. But this one is different. This was no wreck. This was a reappearance. A vessel surfacing not only from the depths, but from the depths of time and history itself. The missing crew, the frozen clocks, the eerie preservation, all of it points to something beyond the ordinary. At The True Strange, we explore the gaps in official stories, the missing minutes in our timeline, the things that vanish and return changed. Was this submarine a Cold War relic or a message from something far stranger? We may never know what truly happened aboard that submarine, whether it slipped through time, was part of a cover-up, or touched something alien in the deep. We're left only with questions. Where did the crew go? Why was the sub in perfect condition? And most of all, why now? Was it an accident? A glitch in our understanding of reality? Or the resurfacing of a story never meant to be told? Let us know your theory in the comments. And subscribe for more true stories that defy explanation. This is The True Strange.